How can you place your product in an AI image? Hey, my name is Rosh and I'm the co-host of the Creative AI Show. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you place a product within an AI image, because sometimes it can be frustrating and there's a very specific set of tools that a number of AI platforms have, but some work better than others. Let me give you an example. My goal today was to place this image in a scene, a very specific scene of oats, an oat field. And I did find it a little bit easier to create videos by just uploading this image and creating a prompt. For example, Kling did a really good job. Midjourney here didn't follow through with the prompt. It just took the bag and gave me some just general movement of the bag and sometimes put hands in there when I very specifically say bag looks beautiful and professional in an oat field. Now, I guess it could be interpreted a number of ways, but as you can see, I tried a number of different approaches, and then when it started to put it in the oat field, it actually changed the bag, which is not what I wanted it to do, and it also changed the logo, which obviously leads to a whole number of other issues. Initially, when I went to Kling, you can see it actually did a pretty good job, again, with video, but that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for just a straight up image. I also went to Rev. It seemed like everywhere I go, including Rev AI, I would upload the bag, I would tell it what I wanted it to do, and it would change the bag. It would change the logo, and that's not what I wanted it to do. I ultimately did use Rev for something specific, and that is the background itself, which you can see here, and I added later, and I'll explain that in a few moments. Ideogram is a really good platform too, but I ended up having the same issue. It kept changing the bag, it kept changing what I wanted, the logo. And Ideogram is pretty well known for working with text, so I thought, hey, this would be a good option, and ultimately it was not. So, maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe somebody has a good idea on how to do that properly, because I certainly couldn't find it. If you know better, put it in the comments below. That will be very helpful to the community. But ultimately, I ended up at Kling. And yes, it did a good job. But then I had some issues here where it just created something totally different. And then I say, of course, I just need to go to images and image reference and go to elements. And here you'll have your initial subject, your background. And so I grab my subject and I grab my background. And then from there, it started doing a better job. At first, there were some issues, but with a little better prompting, I made some adjustments, and then this was the first one. And as you can see, here's the original bag, and here's the scene from Rev. I guess I could have certainly have created that background scene right here in Kling. And I have a number of videos on using elements, and elements is something you can find, say, on Pika, as well as other platforms. I believe Luma Labs has a good one. So you really need to test the different platforms to see which one works best for your product. For example, some will work better with people. Some, I think, work better with products. In this situation, Kling did a pretty good job. However, I recommend that you plan on creating a number of them until you get the right combination, because not all of them are exactly what I was looking for. Many of them, like this, were floating in the air. And again, and many of them were turned into illustrations and so forth. So it can be frustrating, but good prompting certainly can help. Using the right platform is very helpful too. Moving forward, this will be a standard need for creative AI professionals. You're going to have a product, and you need to use the actual product in the scene. And then you have to prompt and find the right combination of elements to create the scene and the look that you are looking for. Because just uploading an image on white isn't always going to do it. You're going to often have to have multiple elements that you put together. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time prompting and doing over and over. You're going to do it anyway. However, if you have more elements in a platform like Kling, as well as others where you can add multiple images, it's just going to increase your success rate. If you have any thoughts or experience on placing your product or a product within an AI image, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you want to hear more about AI for the creative, check into the Creative AI Show every Monday on this YouTube channel in your favorite podcast location. And I'll see you in the next video.